The realtor showed me the master bedroom. Imagine waking up here. I never expected the realtor to corner me in the master bedroom, hand braced against the doorframe, blocking my exit. Imagine waking up here, she said, voice low, then closer, almost a whisper, with someone who makes you forget why you play it safe. I should have redirected the conversation to square footage, should have mentioned my budget again, should have recognized the danger in how she watched me tour rooms I couldn't afford. But standing in that empty bedroom, afternoon light turning her dark hair copper at the edges, I made a choice that would unravel my lease, my career trajectory, and the careful person I'd spent 29 years becoming. 3 months later, I still don't regret it. That's the terrifying part. The lockbox wouldn't cooperate. I watched Rachel Morrison Luxury Realty fight with the combination like it had insulted her mother. We stood on the porch of 2847 Maple Drive. My fourth showing. Her silk blouse had wrinkled, her heels worn since 9 a.m. It was nearly 6 p.m. now. This is humiliating, she muttered. The owner changed codes. Should we reschedule? She turned, studied me. You've been extraordinarily patient. 4 showings in 2 weeks? Most buyers make offers or move on. She tilted her head. You're not really interested in this house, are you? My face went hot. The layout is… Marcus. The way she said my name stopped me. Why do you keep coming back? Because you explain architectural details like you're sharing secrets. Because when you think I'm not watching, you get this distant look that makes me want to know every story behind it. The windows, I said. The natural light. Right. The windows. She pulled out her phone. There's an emergency key under the planter. Her eyes met mine. Is this an emergency? Definitely an emergency. Her smile was quick, almost private. Good answer. Inside, the house exhaled expensive silence. Rachel slipped off her heels with a sigh that seemed to come from somewhere deep. Okay, she said, padding barefoot to the kitchen island. Let's be honest. You've seen this house 4 times. You haven't asked a single question about the offer process. She leaned against the marble counter. What's actually happening here? She looked different without the shoes, smaller, younger, more uncertain. I started looking after my girlfriend left, I admitted. Emma, 4 years together. She met someone who proposed after 3 weeks. Ouch. She said dating me was like watching paint dry in a beige room. The bitterness surprised me. So I'm looking at houses I can't afford, trying to prove I'm capable of wanting something impractical. Rachel was quiet. Then, I was married 18 years. Do you regret it? I regret that it was a choice at all. That I couldn't figure out how to have both. She pushed away from the counter. Come on. You came to see the master bedroom. I followed her upstairs, hyper-aware of the space between us, close enough to smell her perfume. Something subtle, expensive, far enough to maintain professional distance. The master bedroom was absurd for one person. Floor-to-ceiling windows, fireplace. Rachel walked to the windows, stood with her back to me. The light caught in her hair dark with threads of silver I hadn't noticed before. She had to be 40, maybe 42. Imagine waking up here, she said. Then she turned, and something in her expression made the room feel smaller. With someone who makes you forget why you play it safe. I felt it in my chest, behind my ribs, want mixed with fear. Rachel. Her phone erupted. She blinked, the moment fracturing like dropped glass. This is Rachel Morrison. Yes, Mr. Patterson. Tomorrow at 9. She ended the call. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. You're a client. Are you? The question came out softer than intended. Usually, this professional? She met my eyes. No, not with you. I don't know what that means. Neither do I. We stood there. Sunset bleeding through the windows, both afraid to move. There's coffee in the kitchen, she said from the doorway. We should talk about your actual budget. And if I don't want to be sensible, she paused. Then we're both in trouble. The coffee was terrible. We sat at the island, drinking it anyway because it gave us something to do with our hands. My daughter's at Northwestern, Rachel said abruptly. Pre-med. 20. Brilliant. She traced her mug's rim. She calls once a week, mostly to complain. I work too much. I keep trying to figure out when we stopped being close. When did you? Sometime during the divorce. She sided with her father. Said I chose houses over family. Maybe she's right. Is that what you think? I think I chose myself over what everyone expected me to be. My marriage was suffocating. She looked at me. Is that selfish? Is it selfish when men do it? Touché. She almost smiled. What does Marcus Chen want? Besides overpriced real estate? Honestly, no idea. I thought I wanted career, marriage, kids, suburban house. Then Emma left and I realized I'd been building her dream, not mine. I stopped. Who what? Who makes me feel like maybe I'm not as boring as Emma said? The kitchen was quiet except for the refrigerator's hum. I'm 43, Rachel said finally. I have a daughter who barely speaks to me. An ex-husband who posts photos of his new girlfriend. She's 31. I sell dream homes and go back to an empty house that feels like a museum. And sitting here with you is the most alive I've felt in 3 years. What are we doing? I asked. Something inadvisable. Should we stop? Absolutely. But neither of us moved. Her phone buzzed. My daughter. I need to. She stepped away. I heard her voice change. Hi, sweetheart. No. Just finishing a showing. I understand you're upset. But your father doesn't. Long pause. That's not fair. Her voice cracked. Fine. We'll discuss it when you're calmer. I love you. She came back looking smaller. Wouldn't meet my eyes. My daughter thinks I'm having a midlife crisis because I'm not dating. She set me up on some app. She's worried I'm going to die alone, surrounded by for sale signs. Rachel laughed to sound like glass breaking. You're 43? Not dead? 43 with a college-age daughter who monitors my life. Any man my age wants someone younger. Anyone younger would be, she stopped, looked at me. Would be inappropriate. The word hung between us. I should lock up. Rachel, this was a mistake. You're my client. She gestured at the space between us. What if I fired you? As my realtor. Then we're just two people who met at an open house. Marcus, you're 29. I'm 14 years older. I have complications you can't imagine. She stopped. This isn't a rom-com. There's no version of this that doesn't end badly. Maybe I'm tired of endings that make sense. She stared at me. Then she picked up her bag, found her shoes, slipped them on. Transformation back to professional Rachel Morrison. I'll send you listings tomorrow. We should both forget this happened. Will you forget? She didn't answer. Just walked to the door. On the porch, while she locked up, I made a decision. I'm not interested in other houses. I came back 4 times because you're here. Because you talk about crown molding like it's poetry. I took a breath. So yes, let's forget this. Pretend I'm just another client. But we'll both know I'm lying. I walked to my car without waiting for a response. I was 3 blocks away when my phone rang. There's a coffee shop, she said. No preamble. On 7th Street. Opens at 6 a.m. If you happen to be there at 6:30, I might also be there. Coincidentally, just a coincidence. Completely professional. 6:30, I said. Marcus? This is a terrible idea. I know. Long silence. 6:30. I called Tyler before I could talk myself out of it. You're calling during the game. Someone better be dead. I think I'm falling for my realtor. She's 43. I don't care about the age thing. Her daughter is probably your age. 20. Northwestern. Pre-med. This is bad decision bingo. She makes me feel like I'm not disappearing. Tyler was quiet. Emma was wrong. You're not boring. You're careful. But if this woman makes you feel alive, maybe careful isn't working. He paused. Just don't get destroyed. Some risks are worth it. Some just leave scars. How do I know the difference? You don't. That's what makes it a risk. The coffee shop on 7th Street smelled like burnt beans and optimism. I arrived at 6:15, ordered coffee I didn't want. She arrived at 6:32. Jeans. Loose sweater. Hair in a messy bun. She looked younger. More uncertain. She ordered tea and sat across from me. I didn't sleep, she said. Neither did I. My daughter called at midnight. Found someone on that app for me. 51. Divorced. Owns a dental practice. Age appropriate. Are you going to meet him? I lay awake thinking about this instead. About how stupid this is. How it could destroy what's left of my relationship with my daughter. She wrapped both hands around her mug. I'm tired, Marcus. Tired of being appropriate. Of making choices based on what my daughter or my ex or my colleagues think. What if consequences are just excuses? She looked up. Is that what you think? I think we forget to look for things worth the risk. I leaned forward. Tell me you don't feel this. I can't tell you that. Then what do we do? She was quiet. Outside, the sun was rising, turning the parking lot gold. 1 month, she finally said. We see each other. Quietly. And after a month, we decide if it's worth the fallout. Deal. You're agreeing very quickly. I can handle complicated. Can you handle my daughter hating you? That stopped me. Will she? Probably. If she discovers I'm dating someone younger than her TA, Rachel shook her head. Then we're careful. When she reached across the table and her fingers brushed mine, there was nothing casual about it. 2 weeks in, on the Tuesday I'd started thinking of as ours, Rachel came to my studio after a late showing. She stood in the doorway, taking in my life. Mattress on the floor, string lights, single plate drying in the dish rack. This is where you live. It's temporary. For 8 months. I got distracted by a realtor. She smiled, walked in, kicked off her heels. We sat on my couch, drinking wine from mugs. I saw a photo at your place, I said. You and Allison. She was maybe 10. You were both laughing. Rachel's face changed. That was at my first big closing. $1 million listing. I brought her because Michael was traveling. She was so proud. She took a long drink. Now she tells people I'm too busy to visit. When did that change? Somewhere between 10 and 20. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe I just stopped noticing when I became the villain in her story. She set down her mug. I have a 4-bedroom house. Guest room, office, Allison's room she hasn't slept in for 3 years, and I'd rather be here. In your studio with the water-stained ceiling. What does that mean? I don't know yet. She kissed me, but I'm tired of pretending it doesn't mean something. Week 3, she texted at 10 p.m. Can I come over? She arrived disheveled, crying. My daughter called. She's bringing someone home for Thanksgiving. A boyfriend. She wanted to make sure I'd behave appropriately and not talk about work the whole time. Rachel laughed that sound like glass breaking. She's warning me to be less myself. Rachel, I've been bending myself into shapes for her approval, just like I did for Michael. Just like I'm doing by keeping you a secret. She turned to face me. I'm tired of asking permission. She kissed me. Fierce and certain. We barely made it to the mattress. She laughed when we fell. Very romantic. I can turn on the string lights? Don't you dare. This is perfect. It wasn't perfect. It was awkward and nervous. But it was real. When she fell asleep after, she looked peaceful in a way I'd never seen. Her perfume jasmine, always jasmine, lingered on my pillow. She left at 5 a.m. I'll call you later. She didn't call. By 11 p.m., my phone finally rang. I'm sorry. Her voice was thick. My daughter came home. Surprise visit. Saw me walking in wearing yesterday's clothes. What did you tell her? I lied. Said I stayed at a girlfriend's. She didn't believe me. Rachel's voice broke. She asked if I was seeing someone. I said no. She said, good, because I don't think I could handle watching you date. So I lied about you. Rachel, I should end this. That's what a good mother does. But I don't want to. Then be selfish. You've earned it. Silence. Can I see you? Now. Please. She arrived 30 minutes later. We held each other while the neighbors fought through the walls. 1 month is up, she said quietly. So what do we do? She was quiet for so long I thought she'd fallen asleep. My daughter is coming for Thanksgiving. 3 weeks from now. Rachel pulled back. I want you to come. I want to tell her about us. Are you sure? No. I'm terrified. But I'm more terrified of lying. She touched my face. You make me brave. What if she hates me? She probably will. But she'll adjust. Or she won't. Either way, I'm choosing this. Tyler met Rachel 3 days before Thanksgiving. I'd convinced him to come to our usual bar. He arrived first. Rachel came from a showing. I watched Tyler assess her. She slid into the booth. You must be Tyler. Marcus talks about you constantly. Yeah, well. He talks about you too. Silence. Marcus. Tyler interrupted. Can I talk to Rachel? Alone? My stomach dropped. Tyler. It's okay, Rachel said. Go. I went to the bar. Watched them talk. Tyler serious. Rachel listening. Then she said something. Tyler almost smiled. When I came back, Tyler was standing. I gotta head out. That's it? That's it. He looked at Rachel. It was good to meet you. After he left, I turned to Rachel. What did he say? He said you don't bounce back easy. That Emma wrecked you. That if this is just whatever, I should know that. What did you tell him? That it's not whatever for me either. That I have more to lose. So he doesn't approve? He's choosing to trust you. That's better than approval. Thanksgiving was brutal. Allison arrived Wednesday night with her boyfriend Connor. I came over Thursday morning with wine and flowers. Allison opened the door. Tall, dark hair like her mother. She looked at the flowers, at me, at her mother, and I watched her face do the math. You're Marcus. It's nice to. How old are you? Flat? Cold? Allison Rachel started. How? Old. 29. She laughed. Sharp. Bitter. You're dating a 29-year-old? It's not. He's closer to my age than yours. She turned to Connor. We're leaving. Sweetie, please. No. I came for a normal Thanksgiving. Allison grabbed her coat. Connor, we're going to your parents. Allison? Please, Rachel's voice cracked. Why not? So we can pretend this is normal? She looked at me with contempt. What do you even want with her? This is pathetic. Allison. Rachel's voice was sharp. You don't speak to him like that. Or to me. You clearly don't respect yourself. She left. The door slammed. Rachel stood holding my flowers, looking shattered. We spent Thanksgiving eating takeout Chinese, the smell of uneaten food drifting from the kitchen. She'll come around, I said, not believing it. Maybe, maybe not. Rachel set down her container. My mother didn't speak to me for 2 years after I divorced Michael. Eventually, she forgave me. Or forgot why she was angry. And what do you think? She was quiet. I think I'm happy. For the first time in years. And that has to count for something. It counts for everything. She kissed me. Stay. For how long? As long as you can stand me. Monday, Rachel's phone buzzed during coffee. She glanced at it, frowned, silenced it. Melissa. She wants to grab coffee and chat. Rachel set down her mug. That's code for, I heard rumors. Do you have to go? She sends me 3 clients a year, 60,000 in commission. She picked up her coffee, didn't drink. I'm measuring my relationship in potential lost income. She went. Came back 2 hours later, poured bourbon instead of wine. That bad? She was kind. Which made it worse. Said she understands I'm going through changes, but maybe I should think about how this looks. Suggested I take some time to refocus. Rachel laughed. 23 years, and I'm being told to be less visible because I'm dating someone younger? What did you say? That my personal life is personal? She said in real estate, nothing is. Rachel looked at me. She's not wrong. 3 months in, on a Wednesday that no longer felt special, we fought. I'd mentioned casually that things would be easier after Allison adjusts. Rachel set down her glass carefully. What if she never adjusts? What if this is permanent? Then we deal with it. Together. You keep saying that, like it's simple. It is simple. I love you. You can say that because you're not losing anything. Her voice rose. Your friends think you're going through a phase. Your family thinks I'm a mistake. But they still talk to you. My daughter won't return my calls. My career is bleeding out. And you want me to just trust? So what do you want me to do? Apologize for not being 43? I want you to stop acting like this is some adventure. This is my life falling apart. Maybe it needed to fall apart. Rachel stared at me. Get out. Rachel, I mean it. Get out. I left. Sat on Tyler's couch. You told her maybe her life needed to fall apart? Tyler said. Dude, I know. 2 days later, I came back with flowers. I'm sorry, I said. That was cruel. I'm sorry too. She let me in. I took out my fear on you. We sat on her couch, now covered in takeout containers and tissues. I'm scared this is temporary for you, she said quietly. That you'll wake up and realize you want someone without all this weight. I'm scared I'm not enough. That I can't fix this. I don't need you to fix it. She took my hand. I need you to stay while it's broken. I can do that. Even when my daughter hates you and my colleagues gossip? Even then, she kissed me. Okay, let's be broken together. 4 months in, I did something stupid. I called Allison. Found her number in Rachel's phone. It's Marcus. Please don't hang up. Silence. How did you get this number? Listen. I'm not asking you to like me. I'm just asking you not to punish your mother for being happy. She chose you over me. She chose herself over everyone's expectations, including yours. You don't know anything. I know she cries because you won't talk to her. I know she keeps your room exactly how you left it. I know that's killing her. Silence. She's your mom, and she loves you more than anything, including me. If you asked her to choose, she'd choose you. You don't get to. But someone should tell you that you're hurting someone who loves you. She hung up. When Rachel found out, she stared at me. You called my daughter? Without asking? Marcus, you can't fix this. I know. She sat down heavily. What did she say? She hung up on me. Good. You deserve that. But she was almost smiling. Don't ever do that again. Okay. She pulled me down next to her. You're an idiot. I know. An infuriating, well-meaning idiot who makes me braver. Is that good or bad? Ask me at Christmas. I met Marcus's parents 5 months in. Dinner at their house in the suburbs. The dinner was excruciating. His mother asked if I wanted children. I said no. I'd already raised mine. The silence was thick. His father said nothing, which felt worse. After dinner, Marcus's sister pulled him aside. I heard fragments. Mom asked if you were going through something. Are you? Or just proving Emma wrong? Why can't it be both? Because one of those reasons isn't fair to her. In the car, Marcus was quiet. Your family doesn't like me, I said. That's okay. I'm used to not fitting expectations. I'm sorry. Don't apologize for them. But don't ignore it either. This is part of what we're choosing. Do you regret it? I thought about it. Ask me tomorrow. And the day after. Some days I'll say yes. Most days I'll say no. Is that enough? It's honest. That's better. 6 months in, we moved in together. A bungalow with terrible plumbing and excellent windows. Moving day was chaos. Boxes everywhere. This is insane, Rachel said in the empty living room. 6 months and we're moving in together? Want to back out? Desperately. And not at all. She looked around. It looks like ours. Is that good? Ask me when we have furniture. We spent that first night on the floor, eating pizza, surrounded by boxes. I talked to my broker today, Rachel said. I'm losing clients. Not dramatically, but steadily. About us? About me. That I'm unreliable. Going through changes. Not focused. She set down the pizza. 23 years, and it's crumbling because I dared to have a personal life. What are you going to do? Keep working. Prove them wrong. Or change brokerages. Or figure it out as I go. She looked at me. That's new. Not having a plan. How does it feel? Terrifying. And kind of freeing. 7 months in, Rachel got an email from Allison. She read it 3 times. Her hand shook. She's trying, she whispered. I read over her shoulder. Asterisk, Mom. I'm coming home for Christmas. I'd like to meet Marcus properly. I'm not saying I understand this. I'm not saying I'm okay with it. But you're my mom and I miss you. That has to count for something. A asterisk. She's trying, Rachel said again, louder. It's everything. It's a start. She looked at me with red eyes. Marcus, what if Christmas is a disaster? What if she meets you and hates you more? Then we survive that too. How are you so certain? Because I've watched you survive everything else. Your divorce, your daughter's anger, your colleague's judgment. You're still here. She kissed me, tasted like salt and hope. I'm terrified. Me too. Good. That means it matters. 8 months in, 4 days before Allison arrives, I wake to Rachel already up, sitting by the window with her coffee. The bedroom fills with early light, the good windows we fought for. What are you thinking about? I ask. She turns, smiles. That Allison arrives in 4 days. That our guest room still isn't finished. That I have no idea what to cook, because I haven't cooked a real meal in 3 years. We'll order Chinese. We can't order Chinese for Christmas. Why not? We did it for Thanksgiving. She laughs. Comes back to bed, coffee sloshing slightly. We're a disaster. We're figuring it out. What if she hates you? Then she hates me. But at least she'll be here. With you. Rachel sets down her mug, takes my face in both hands. I spent 20 years being the person everyone needed me to be. I forgot who I was underneath. And now I'm terrified and happy, and I make terrible decisions, and I've never felt more like myself. Very poetic for 6 a.m. Shut up. She kisses me again. Outside, a neighbor's dog barks. Someone starts their car. Normal sounds in our imperfect house with its terrible plumbing and excellent light. In 4 days, Allison will arrive. Maybe she'll hate me. Maybe Christmas will be tense and awkward. Maybe this will always be complicated. Always require defending. Always cost us something. But Rachel makes me braver than careful. And I make her feel less alone. That's not perfect. But it's real. And some mornings, waking up in the good light, that feels like enough.